Halloween is one of those times of year that you don't typically think of fresh flowers, but I think it's a really fun opportunity just because Halloween is the second largest consumer purchasing holiday next to Christmas, which is huge. So we see a lot of sales. So I think there's a missed opportunity with buying flowers and selling flowers that have that kind of theme to them. I want to start out just by talking a little about the different things that you can do. Here I've got a mummy container and just this beautiful little hand tied of just some whites and greens, which kind of tie in right with our mummy, which is really fun that you can do. It's got some of our trendy dried materials in that with some baby's breath and a new eucalyptus, which I just love. This is a eucalyptus that is called, oh, I can't think of the name of it right now. Oh, it is called Stuart Eonia, which is a eucalyptus that is really kind of fun. And I love that coloring to it. So you see that that really kind of lightens up and pulls in that green that we've got it tied into our mummy because of the mummy green that's inside, and then adding to that. Now you can also do some other things if you don't want to put it in the mummy. We've got just some plastic skeleton hands that I just put on a wire, that if you wanted to do just a simple hand tied with some of our mummy hands, which is really kind of fun just to sell out of your store, or have it for your own personal design, which is really kind of fun also. So there's lots of things you can do. If you want to be really crafty and want to create your own design with your base, you can do that. And let me show you just some of the things that you can do. So going to your craft store or going to, you can buy it online. This is plaster of Paris gauze. So it's a gauze that you can buy that's already has plaster of Paris on it. And I'm just going to cut it. Now this is really messy. So do it in an area where you can create a mess. I'm just going to cut it in like 3 different segments. Let me just kind of wipe this off a little bit because it is very messy. And I just have a simple vase. And I'm just going to show you how to start this. If you take your gauze, this is a container of water, and just run it through just to get it a little wet. You don't need to saturate it. And you just start building that on. If it doesn't quite stick, you can take a little bit of water and just stick it to the end. And you start covering whatever container that you want in creating your mummy. So just adding that on, building and building. And just doing it in different layers. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be ruffled. You can do it in many different ways and have fun with it. Another one that I've just kind of started, where I've added the googly eyes to it, and you just continue building this and building this until you have a vase that's completely done. You see the little cute little googly eyes. So it's very inexpensive to do. It doesn't take a lot of time. Once you get all your wet gauze on there, it takes about 12 hours for it to completely dry, and that's okay. Just let it set overnight so that you can work with it then. Now, the one thing that you have to keep in mind, if you want to use it with fresh flowers, which we want to do, you need to spray it with some type of a clear sealant so that it doesn't get wet. Because if it does get wet, then it penetrates that plaster of Paris again. It's going to kind of get messy. So make sure you seal all of that up. And then you can take your cute little design, any type of little hand tie that you want, and put it into your own mummy container. So having fun, enjoying Halloween, that's what it's all about.